Everybody, I'm George Mossey. I'm here with my co-host Marshana Dahlia. So tonight, Darcey and Stacey season 3 episode 1 aired, and we are talking about it. We are recapping the show. We have never done this before. This is the first time that we've done a Darcey and Stacey recap, but the show has just been blowing up. The twins are huge. There's so much going on right now, so we want to be a part of this conversation. So let's
Yes.
jump right in, guys, because 2 weeks after their plastic surgeries in Turkey, Darcey and Stacey are back home in Connecticut with their family, and they are in recovery, and they're actually out playing volleyball with her daughters, and they asked their daughters what they thought of their new look. And the girls actually said that they looked good. They were happy with it, but they said it did have like a Miss Piggy-ish look. But the twins did tell us that it takes up to a year, 6 months to a year for everything to set in. So for everything to be less swollen and everything. So we're looking at right 2 weeks after the surgery. So we're not really looking at what actually took place. So we don't really know exactly what they're going to look like for a while.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody knows what they're talking about when it comes to plastic surgery, it's Darcey and Stacey, right? So they've done this before, they're very familiar. It's going to take a year to settle out. You can't really look at the plastic surgery results immediately. I mean, 2 weeks later when everything is still swollen, still settling in, and try to gauge what it's going to look like long term. So, I mean, I just like that was, their response, and that they really owned it too, right? So many people have
Yeah.
had so many things to say about their appearance, but they're like, we know what it is, and we don't care. And I love that. I love that. If you're gonna do anything in life, you have to own it. And that's something I love about Darcey and Stacey. They own it, they commit,
Absolutely.
they go all the way through. You can think
They
what you want to think, but
they
they're
do.
committed. You gotta love
Nobody is gonna tell Darcey and Stacey nothing.
it. Not at
So
all.
Stacey and Florian are celebrating their 1 year anniversary on this episode. So happy anniversary. I know we're off because this was filmed earlier, but we're off. But happy anniversary to them. And they tried to do like a little hand sculpture that didn't work out. But I thought that was really cool because they do that with babies with like their hands and their feet. So I thought
Yeah.
that was really interesting to do with a relationship. I didn't know how you could actually do a sculpture of hands. So I wanted to actually see it happen, but it didn't work based on something happened where the powder didn't get mixed correctly and we didn't get to see it. But that's really cool. So I'm going to try to do one of those. I actually want to see how that works. I've never seen it done outside of like a baby's foot.
Yeah, and I actually got a kit as a present when I gave birth to my son to do it with his hands and feet, and I still haven't done it. My son is going to be 14 months old. So yeah.
Oh
Kind
no,
of
you gotta get to that. You gotta get to that. All right, so the news is Darcey and Stacey are ready to expand their House of 11 clothing line. So it's always had women's clothing, but they are expanding it to men's swimwear, which I think is a really interesting way to go. So they're actually going to try to get a spot at the Miami Fashion Week, which is a big deal for anything swimwear, swimsuits. So I'm excited to see them hit Miami and get this clothing line launched because they've done such a good job with the House of 11 so far. So I want to see how they take on this new branch of their clothing line.
And this is one thing I love. I'm local to the Miami area, so I'm a little bit disappointed, Darcey and Stacey, that I didn't know you guys were here. Because I totally would have gone down and supported them. And this is what I've wanted to see from Darcey and Stacey for a long time. Let's take care of House of 11. Let's make it something that, is going to catch the attention of everybody everywhere. I've I've been back to their website right today because I was like, oh, it shows coming out. Let me go back to the website. Let me check it out. It looks great. Merch is looking wonderful, right? So huge shout out there. I want to see them really take this to the next level. House of 11, I know I don't know if it's exactly named after, but I know that it had some connection to do with the memory and honoring their brother that passed
Yeah.
away, which really resonates with me because most of you, if you've been watching us, know that I had a sister and she passed away. Um, wow, 5 years ago. So, just like being able to honor someone, especially those loss of a sibling, is kind of unique in a way. So I'm really rooting for them because I want to see House of 11 just really take off.
I do too. So let's talk about Florian, guys. So Florian is expanding his portfolio and he's doing a photo shoot with a big name photographer. I didn't catch his name, but he has
Fadil
shot through.
Barisha. Fadil Barisha
Yes.
so good to see him. I mean, he's done a lot of work. And he also used to do work in the Miss Universe, Miss USA franchise. And I used to compete in that system. So shout out to you, Aniko. I'm so proud of you because it reminds me of the days when I used to.
We're so happy to see her
compete.
doing that, and she seems so excited about it. We wish you the luck. We hope you win.
Yes. So
Yeah,
Fadil
so
was big in many areas, but very big in that world. So really, really super excited for that shoot.
me too. And I'm proud of Stacey because there was a younger model who was brought in to model with Florian. And you know, Stacey does not play that. She is sexy and ready to be in a photo. So she was not happy with it, but she handled it really well. She did not scream or holler or get upset. She was like, you know what? She can take pictures with him now, but he's going to come home with me. And she handled it good. So I'm so proud of her because she said that they were starting a new page in their life. And the way that she handled that really solidified that they are in a new place. They are happy and they're secure.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's talk about Darcey. Okay, so Georgi reaches out to Darcey and they have already broken up and he wants to meet with her and she goes there because she figures he wants some closure. It's a date in the park with a picnic basket and everything is going good, right? She gives him the ring back. She says that she is not interested. She doesn't want to put herself through that. And then everything is good up until they get to the hotel and she has sex with him.
Listen, I don't know why everybody is tripping. I support all of the above. Darcey, get your back cracked. If that's what you want, if you know what, why not? Why not? Why not? Why can't a woman love him and leave him for once? Like it's over. I gave him his ring back. You know, I got me a little loving, and it is what it is. Like throw it out afterwards.
I agree, but I feel like he's not gonna give up now. He's gonna keep thinking that there's a chance that he can get her back.
So who cares what he thinks? Who cares? Nobody cares. Listen, I never really was able to pin down last season exactly what Georgi's crime was. Like, what exactly did Georgi do? I don't think it was an isolated thing. I just think they weren't compatible, like in terms of drive and what Darcey wants to accomplish and what he wants to accomplish, and in terms of finances. All right, fine. Those are like general issues that might have added up to one big thing. But so what? Listen, sometimes you don't want to add to your body count. Sometimes you just want a good night. Sometimes you got to dig back in the archives just so you're not racking up bodies and trauma. I support you, Darcey. Your friend's working out on you. Don't you worry, Darcey. I'm here for you. Love them and leave them if that's what you want to do. I support all of the above.
Okay, well, I'm gonna jump on board. I support you too, Darcey, but we don't want you to get hurt again. But I support you, like she said. If you want to do it,
Had a good time. She said it. She said, I'm breaking toxic habits. I got it together. And she reminded him the next morning, okay, you know, this means we're not together. Listen, let's support, you got to believe in Darcey, right?
I believe in you, Darcey. I know it's a new you, just like you said when you went to Turkey and you came back. It's a new Darcey. It's a new Stacey. I'm gonna have to believe in you. All right, guys, that's it for the Darcey and Stacey podcast, season 3, episode 1. I want to thank my co-host Marshana, Dahlia, who will be joining me throughout the season on certain shows. Thank you guys for joining. Make sure you live tweet with us every week for the Darcey and Stacey show on Monday nights. Again, I'm George Mossey. This is my co-host Marshana, Dahlia, and we'll talk to you guys really soon.